2 videos in 2 weeks. What is this madness? I'm back for another video. It's going to be a short one, I think. I've got a few things I want to try. I've come here after work. I don't have much time to do some things, but I want to try some things for when I strip the paint off the doors. Last week you saw me take apart this door. Showing this camera doesn't zoom out far enough. I took apart that door yesterday. I want to see what is the best way to strip the paint off the door. As you can see, it's got all the detail in here. I want to keep that, but I want to get rid of this hideous gold. Now, to be fair, the paint isn't in that bad condition, and it's a bit worn where the elbow has been lent around here. But generally, it's not too bad. I just don't really like the colour. I think it's been repainted at some point inside the car, the doors and the rear quarter interior section. I think they've been done at some point in the past. This is simply too good to be 50 years old on a used car. As you can see here, behind here, you can see the old exterior colour the car used to be before they painted it ghastly, really bad white. Ignore that, that's just my grubby hands from last week. But all that is going to go. Now, this is only a temporary measure. I want to really see what the car will look like with a black interior, because that's what I'm going for. I have no idea how it's going to turn out. I've seen some cars with a black interior, and it looks quite good. But I want to paint the car red eventually. That's many years away. I need to save up a lot of money for that, because when I do that, I will do it properly and get the car acid dipped and sent to a way to get the body welded up if there's any holes. I know the floor is pretty bent and wavy on the driver's side, so that would need to be sorted out. And there's a hole in this section behind the rear bumper. But that's the only damage I've seen so far. It just depends if all down here is filler or any other bits that may be filler in the bodywork. That's where the money is going to go, and that's where the cost is going to really ramp up if all that is not that great. But that is many years down the road. I need to save up a lot of money for that and put in a lot of work for this new venture that me and Theo are doing. But back to the door. Yeah, I want to save all of this detail if I can. So that means I've got to find a way to strip the paint. I've got to work out what is the best way to strip the paint off here. So now I can't grind it. If I grind it, then it'll flatten everything off, and then I'll lose it. I don't want to do that, obviously. So that really leaves me with 2 routes. I can either get a sandblaster, a shot blaster, which I think I said I will do last week. Thinking about it, that's not the greatest option. I need to try and, well, it's going to be messy, to say the least. I don't really want to get the interior messy. I mean, it's not too bad. There is rubbish everywhere at the minute, but it's not just the car inside, it's the whole unit. I don't want to clean the unit after and sweep all the sand up. So that's quickly got ruled out. So I need to find a way to lift the paint off here. Now, thinking that it's been done recently, well, I say recently, in its life, I think that could be quite easy. I understand many years ago when the car was originally painted, I think it would have been a lead-based paint, but these days it's not. It's more water-based, or more increasingly that over the past few years. I don't think it's been done in the past few years, but hopefully it's not too much hassle to get off. So on the way here, I nipped to Halfords, and I've got some bits. This bit you're not seeing yet. So, well, a lacquer for later. So I've got 2 types of paint. I've got satin black. This apparently doesn't need to be primered. So as soon as I take all that back, I can just go straight back onto painting. So I've got a satin black and a smooth black. I'm going to do a test piece on some aluminium I've got elsewhere in the unit and see what will match the interior the best. Again, with the primer, the lacquer, not primer, I've got two of them. I don't know which one is going, I don't know if that's going to make it shinier. So I don't think the interior wants to be that too shiny. So apart from the paints, I got some dust sheets, obviously it could be a messy job. I did watch a YouTube video before this, admittedly, and the paint strip away is probably the best, which I think I'm going to try first. They did say to get the best results, after you've put the stripper on, to effectively seal around it so the fumes don't escape, and it works a bit better than if it was just left there. Admittedly, it's probably meant to be done on a flat surface, though ideally a bonnet, the roof. The door, probably not, because it's vertical and it may run off. So hopefully that'll try and seal it a bit more. If that softens the paint up, I've got some wide brushes. One's to go with a drill and just a hand one to try and flake it all off. Obviously some masking tape. And I found some aluminium mesh as well. Now, if I go to the grill piece of the door, now this is a bit finer, but there's a mesh behind the, I think that's the speaker. No, I think that was the speaker, and this was the door light. Now, if I paint that black, that might be a good replacement for these. Obviously, these aren't that great. This is pretty beat up. This end. It's all wavy, so that needs to be restored somehow. I don't know when, I'm going to do that, or where I'm going to send it. That needs to be done at some point. But I thought this will be a good replacement for that mesh. Also, I got, shouldn't have seen them. I'm going to show you them now. I finally did it. I finally ordered some new number plates. They look so much better than the old ones that are on it, so I'm going to try and stick them on today. But here's the paint stripper, works on wood and metal, and just a filler knife just to scoop it out of there and scrape it into the door. Okay, so to start off, I am just going to do it on this section here. This is behind the door card. You won't be able to see this when I put the panel back on. Obviously, it's going to be painted the same anyway. I'm not going to do half a job here, but if anything goes wrong with this, I want it to be part of the car that is not seen. So I'm going to put some masking tape on this section here. I mean, I don't know what could go wrong. I don't know if you can damage the metal by using this kind of stuff, but who knows? I have no idea how this is going to turn out, to be honest. Hopefully good. I think you can leave this up to 4 hours, so I'm just going to put it on, leave it for maybe an hour or so, go and do some other bits. I need to pick my car up at some point and see how it goes. Oh my god, that's runny. It's not what I thought it was. Oh, it smells like Airfix glue. I am not a paint man. I've never done it before. Not to this extent anyway. I've touched some bits up at work, but that's nothing compared to what I'm attempting to do now. So I don't know how much of that it needs. Test scrape an area to see adequate penetration is taking place. If required, the product can be left up to 4 hours to maximise penetration. Automatically, that is so much better. Why did I do that sooner? And then come to the back. Yeah, that's a lot better. I don't know why I didn't do this sooner. Adam at work has been pestering me to do it for a while now, but it's just never happened. So that took me about 10 minutes to do, just get some double-sided tape and stick them on. Quick check on this. It's starting to bubble. You can just see it on the camera there. So after I stopped filming, putting this on, I put a bit more on, so I didn't know how much you have to put on. So hopefully that'll do for that. I'm doing quite well. So I'm going to start on the bit that I didn't think I'd get started today. When I was in Halfords looking for all these bits, I found this. It's basically a polishing pad. Oh, it's got two polishing pads in there. A bit supporting the drill and a clay bar. I bought it to try and see if I can bring up any of the chrome on the car. Quite a lot of it is damaged. I mean, a good example is this pillar here. You can see it's all dinged. It's not that great, to be honest. Maybe I have to pick it up a little bit. It's not too scratched. It's just in poor condition all around. And also there's this rear bumper. Now, this rear bumper will go again. This is perfect condition in its state. It's structurally okay. It's not, I don't think it's bent. I'm saying that. It looks, no, that's okay. But it looks like it's been painted silver at some point. No, I can tell you, it has been painted silver at some point. There's a nice little run there. Admittedly, I think that's got to go to the paint shop. But there's chrome along the back here. It's all scratched. Okay, I'll take everything back. The chrome on this car is pretty rubbish. But some bits, like the doors here, that's not too bad. This side is quite good, actually. This is quite pitted, but if I can bring it up a little bit to make it shiny, I can live with that. It's going to be a lot of money to bring all the chrome back up if I send it all away, which was the plan until I saw this kit. I found a good place to try and give it a go, and that is down here on the grille. It's nice and flat. Mask it off. It's got some paint on it from where this the previous owner, or maybe the previous owner, did this really bad paint job. But I think with a bit of work on it, it can come up quite nice. So I'm going to give that a go. Okay, so I've been working on this for the past 10 minutes. I've not really given it much go. So this is the before. I'm not sure if it's because it's dirty, it looks so bad. But then you come onto the after. Now it's definitely nicer to feel with the cloth. I don't know if you can hear that. That's the bit I've been doing, but when you come over here, over near the edge where I've been doing, so it's a lot more smoother. It's a lot less rough than it is more down here. I'm going to give it another go another day. I'm going to take the grill out and then have a better go in it. I don't really know what I'm doing, to be honest with this. I did it as the instructions said, and it's come up alright actually. It looks a bit duller, but I assume because I've not got everything off, or it's the different part. If it's been replaced in some point, because if you look at this, it's a lot more rubbish than that. Yeah, I need to have another go at this at a later date. However, I think it's a good start. Okay, so it's been about an hour and a half now since I put it on. It's getting a bit late now. I need to look at wrapping up here and going home now. So I'm going to wipe this off and see if this actually done anything. Oh. Huh. Now, it did say leave it on for 20 minutes or so. That's a bit disappointing, really. Oh no, if you rub it, it's coming off. Now, I'd imagine the stripper would have gone into the creases, so if I get a wire brush on here. Look at that! That has worked a lot better than I thought it would, to be honest. I had low expectations on what it would do. I literally just found that tub in B&Q, picked it up, bought it, see what it does. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it does, it does. And luckily, it does. Today was all about experimenting with things. I didn't set out to buy the polishing kit for the front. That was just a thing I found in Halfords. I just picked it up, and again, if it worked, it worked. If it didn't, it didn't. That seems to work. I need to have a decent go in this. I'm a bit pressed for time today. I just wanted to mainly see the door, take the paint off the door a little bit to see if that worked or not, but it did. Everything else was a bit of an afterthought. I had to be here. I had to be here anyway to get my car sorted out. So this was a bit of a time filler for today. So yeah, that is it for today. If you have any questions of the process I did today, drop a comment. I'm more than happy to help people. Unlike the radiator bodge I did at the start of the channel almost a year ago, I wouldn't recommend that. I've since removed it. But that I would. I recommend that process to anybody. If you're doing the paint off any panel, really, I think that'll work quite well. So that's it for today. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.